David Zweig joins us now from New York. He's a professor at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. David, good to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, everybody seems to be doing it now, war games as message, and they just seem to be getting bigger and bigger.
Sure. Well, this is the biggest, as your reporter said, this is the biggest exercise between the United States and the Philippines in decades. And the United States is quite keen to be in a position to be able to come to Taiwan's defense or the Philippines' defense, Taiwan in a China attack on Taiwan and the Philippines in a confrontation in the South China Sea.
Yeah, China just did its military exercises around Taiwan. Now the U.S. and Philippines are doing this. Of course, Philippines had a major dispute, an ongoing dispute with China over one part of that. So how will China receive this message? What do they see these drills as, really?
Well, what they see them, I guess, in two ways. They see them, one, as a threat to China in general. Well, maybe three ways. A threat to China in general. As I said, it puts the United States in a very good position to support Taiwan if there's a Taiwan scenario, a Taiwan fight. But China also gets very upset because it claims, I mean, this may be strange to your audience, but China claims all of the South China Sea. They have what they call the nine dotted line.
Yep.
So, so they claim all of it. So this is America doing live drill training within territory that China claims as its own sovereignty. And China is very sensitive to these issues of sovereignty. So this is really, in that sense. So it's a kind of threat to the whole regime or the existence of the PRC by the U.S.
These things are constantly going on. I mean, the U.S. constantly conducts what it calls freedom of navigation operations in the South China
Correct.
Sea, in that region. And then China gets angry and puts out a statement saying it shouldn't be doing that. And it just goes back and forth. I mean, do these things mean anything anymore? Because it never seems to end.
Well, the risk that everybody, the risk is that there'd be a spillover, some kind of mistake that would lead to some kind of confrontation. China, when the United States does these, what they call FONOPs, these freedom of
Hmm.
navigation exercises, the Chinese follow them, and at times have sent what would we call them, smaller ships from the various fleets that they have, almost bumping into the American. You have the same thing in the air. So you've got the South China Sea on the water and in the air. And there's the risk that they will bump into each other. A plane will collide, a ship will collide. There's a serious risk here.
All right, David Zweig, excellent to talk to you.
Well, thank you.